Greetings and salutations, tube dwellers. I am your host, the Mad Bag, who returned to the Heart of the Swarm ladder. You can see I am ranked now. I am in Platinum. I finished my 5th placement match, and that's where it put me. I lost to a diamond, and the second diamond I faced, I actually won to the first diamond. You see here, I'll be facing a Platinum, a Terran Killer Silt. I will be race picking Zerg. I'm going to be spawning in the top left corner. This is a first-person video, however my commentary is being done after the fact. So hopefully my focus will be on point. However, my exact knowledge of thought processes used during execution is not going to be on point, because this actually happened a couple days ago now, at this point of doing commentary. And hopefully, knowing that we're in the top left, we'll be able to figure out pretty quick where the opponent is. This is a 4-player map, meaning that he could be in any of the other 3 positions. I don't think any spawn is blocked in this map, so it could either be directly below me, directly to my right, or diagonally across the map. As a Zerg, I'd probably prefer the diagonal one, but I don't know, this isn't a small map, so even horizontal or vertical, there's a decent bit of land between us. As far as crossing it with a bio-army goes, it's probably about enough land to spawn a round of Zerglings. Maybe even use some of the Zerglings you've already got to morph into Banelings. Ooh, and I find him right away with the drone. I'm glad I sent a drone out. I sent the drone out knowing that I might not be able to scout him quick and easy. Looking at the minimap, I can tell the barracks has gone down. Depot and barracks up at the front, trying to wall off. Now, he wouldn't necessarily have his gas yet anyway. I'm going to go ahead and check it. It looks like I did a move command, shift attack command right next to his barracks to hope that my drone will snatch onto his SCV, and it looks like it did. And he already switched one SCV out for another. So that may have delayed his barracks a touch, but not a notable amount. I'm going out for a 15 hatch. Down it goes. And one-on-one, if you don't pull the drone back and give him a little bit of time, an SCV will kill a drone. And was close to letting that happen even to the one SCV. But it looks like his second SCV dodged in there just to assure that he doesn't lose one, and I do. And I did lose one. Goodbye, drone. Spawning pool just went down. Also, on 15, he's horizontal from me across this top side of the map. And that's a decent ground distance, but it's not a great ground distance. So I would normally like to save up to about 17 drones and then put the spawning pool down, because pushing the spawning pool off that extra little bit ensures that this second hatchery finishes at the same time, or maybe just a little bit before the spawning pool does. Ooh, a bunker. Looks like I think 3 drones are going to cut it. I'm sending the drones straight for the SCV. If I thought he had a Marine quickly behind this, then it would be a good idea to take about another 3 or 4 drones out and try to keep that Marine from getting to the bunker, but it looks like I didn't quite do that. And he's close here. He's probably going to get that bunker finished. Yep, there's nothing I can do about it at this point. Matter of fact, the drone shouldn't even be in there. Oh, I'm going to get close. Not quite lose one, though. The bunker's far enough out that the Marine's only going to be able to shoot at the hatchery. It's not going to be able to hit the drones in the mineral line. I've got 1 spine crawler coming, and I'm going to go ahead and get another one. With 1 spine crawler, if he gets a couple more Marines over here, then whenever you uproot the spine crawler to move it close to his bunker, he'll use the Marines and kill the spine crawler before it finishes rooting. He'll come out of the bunker and go attack it. If you have a second spine crawler, generally you can protect that. So that's what I was thinking, but then I spawned some Zerglings anyway, so I went ahead and canceled the second spine crawler. Now I've got about 8 Zerglings and a finishing spine crawler. We only really need to move that up just a touch. I just now got it in range. Oh, he's got a Reaper? You know what, if he lets that root, I was ready to run down and catch his Marines as they came out to try to hit the spine crawler, but he's not even going to try to leave the bunker. That spine crawler is going to eventually do away with that bunker, so let's just get ready for this Reaper. Oh. Yeah, we're going to keep it on the high ground in case the Reaper jumps up. That's what I would expect to happen. Whipping out 1 gas here. It's not by any means an early gas. I wouldn't necessarily call it late. It's close to the time that you might want to whip out 2 gas, but he's forced me to invest in some things that I don't really want to invest in so far. He's forced me not to be a economic powerhouse. Spreading my Zerglings out across my high ground. I'm going to try to make sure that Reaper can't get in. Gas is up, queens are out. Let's get these larva injects started and rolling. 12 drones at the natural. Looks like I'm thinking about whipping out this third. What can I do with some Zerglings? I've got some Zerglings heading. I'm going to try to sandwich. Oh, and he's going up at the perfect time. He's going to take some damage at the top, and then Zerglings on the bottom. They're going to chase him out. That's going to let me get my third. And I can't continue to chase. Eventually those Reapers will start to heal up, and they're too fast anyway. 15, at least mineral workers on my main. I think I've gone up a few from the 12 on my natural, so I'm getting really close to mineral saturation on the first two base. No, I've actually, okay, there we go. Now it's up to 16. And this is up to 17. So I'm setting basically at mineral saturation, but as I use a few here and there, and then as I saturate off onto my gas, I'll have to replenish some into my minerals. So I'm liking the way that's coming along. He didn't by any means throw me way off my game with that bunker. But you better believe... Oh, my queens are getting confused. One got the energy before the other, and I clicked on the wrong hatchery. It tried to send them cross-hatchery. I'm glad I caught it. Oh my god! Hellions on the Zerglings. Those Zerglings do not have speed. I can see it on my spawning pool about halfway done. The Zerglings need speed, and you see, since I don't have the Zerglings, I'm throwing out contingency plans. Double Evo and another Spine Crawler. I could probably actually move the one Spine Crawler up. Although that might not be the best thing to do immediately, because it might give him an opportunity to run through. That queen will keep him from running through, and he can't really do anything to my third hatchery, because those are Hellions. They don't really do stuff to buildings. They do, but it takes a very long time. Either that or a ridiculous amount of Hellions. +1 melee just started. I really like Zergling Baneling compositions against Terran. +1 armor, or carapace. Also starting. Got a solid number of Zerglings, some extra ones just spawning, and I'm even splitting a couple of his Hellions up. Looks like I'm going to send an overload through to scout. Oh, and in come some Widow Mines. Now, if he can get those burrowed, then I don't want to mess with him. Nice! I killed one before it burrowed and got out before the other one shot me. So, best case scenario, I just cut his Widow Mine count in half. Given that he came out with Hellions first, he could be rolling out with more Widow Mines soon, but he can't really have them yet, because his factory was dedicated to producing Hellions for a while. So I have some confidence that those were his first two Widow Mines. I see a drone behind the gas in my main. That's no good. I don't think I knew about that while I was playing this game. In fact, I'm almost certain I didn't. A third command center and 2 engineering bays. That feels greedy. He's going for all the stuff but the army. He's saying the army will come once I've got everything in line to make the army as powerful as it can possibly be. So, that makes me think he doesn't have some huge, let's hit right now timing push planned. He's probably going to come at me, I don't know. I'm going to take a wild guess and say at least 2 minutes out, if not further than that even. And it is going to be a barracks heavy pressure. I know that I saw at least 2 reactors there. That means plenty of Marines. Or I guess plenty of Reapers if you were crazy. Really don't think that's going to be the case though. But with plenty of Marines, ooh, that's kind of weird. I just threw a 4th hatchery down in the bottom left corner inside that main, so like way up, sequestered away. That might be fruitful. Oh, and a Spire. That Spire is really just lanky. I mean, there was pressure early, so that slowed the build down a little bit then. Ooh, I'm getting some Banelings now too, just in case this infantry push comes right on the upgrade completion time, which should be happening in like, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute from now. Yeah, and sure enough, he does still have a Widow Mine there, and it is no longer with cooldown. Oh, nice! I just noticed it leaves a little spot in the ground where it fired from, too. That is really, really interesting. I can see that. You guys are seeing what I saw as a player, so... That Overseer is going to ensure that I can wipe that Widow Mine out. Decent timing on the lair. I didn't rush to it, but like I was saying with the mutas, I didn't rush to them either. I tried to make sure my economy was in a solid place, and then I got the mutas out. The mutas are just going to be a tool here. I'm not trying to end the game with mutas. I'm not necessarily trying to hit the mutalisk timing window as hard as I possibly can. I'm trying to have a strong base and hit a timing window with them. I'm sending out a couple Zergling scouts. I'm sending some to bases that he could potentially take in the near future, or may have already taken. And I'm sending a couple to some Xel'Naga watchtowers. Look for medevacs coming around the side. If he's going heavy on bio, if he's going to use all those barracks I saw him make, then he's probably going to have medevacs. And he's probably going to like using some of those to do some drops. He already took out one Zergling that I sent out to scout the Zelnaga Watchtower south of his third. And I thought I sent a Zergling out to that fourth over there too, but I'm not so certain now. Unless they both got killed, which is possible. Spotted one. They were probably running right next to each other because I sent them at about the same time. Infestation pit going down now. That is probably less for infestors, more for a hive, if I had to guess. Oh, and in comes the push. I see it, Marine and Widowmine heavy. He's got a couple Hellions in there, but not a whole lot. This is a pretty decent timing on these Mutalisks. But he's already got a turret in place, so I'm going to have to be real ginger about how I step into the side of this mineral line. Now, he did already pull a lot of SCVs off, which is sweet, and this has totally stopped his push at my front. I can see those units aren't moving at all, and I'm not even fighting the turret. I'm just going straight after workers, and I'm getting a bunch of them. This also gave me a substantial amount of time to build up forces. In case I lose an Overseer in the middle of this madness, I'm making a couple more, and now he's moving in. Oh, he does still have Widow Mines. He's still got a lot of Widow Mines. Luckily, they're going off on some parts of my forces that ran forward. And we're out alone for the most part. So, push crushed. I've now got a substantial force coming to his front door. And I'm still picking off some more workers with the Mutalisks in the back. Now, I got to be kind of careful with this force up front. And oh no, it's getting attacked. I'm not watching it. Paying attention to the macro, and these are good things to pay attention to, but oh my. It looks like he probably had Widow Mines burrowed there, and he took out a lot of my forces while I wasn't watching. I'm almost certain he did, because I've got basically nothing at the front there now. And I think I've still got forces rallying. This could be dangerous. I need to not lose forces like this in piecemeal. That saturation, the mineral saturation at my third is not great either. I'm not able to spend my resources because it looks like I didn't get down a macro hatch fast enough. I've really got to anticipate Zergling compositions. In a lot of matches, whenever I get Zerglings early, I don't necessarily think that I'm going to have a large Zergling composition. Like if he went mech, I would end up going into roaches. So I don't always know that I should whip out that macro hatch, but I think I should just start anticipating the possibility. And I think I should whip out the macro hatch more often than not. I think even if I have an inkling that I'll be focusing heavily on roaches, I should go ahead and set myself up to be able to get the larva count to produce Zerglings if I have to. Which, you know, in this case I have to. I need to, and I can't. So I did put down the macro hatch, and I'm whipping out a couple other hatcheries. These look like they're mostly contingency hatches, as I don't quite have saturation right on my third yet. But if I lose a base, I could, if I have another hatch up, easily just transfer. Oh, and he's going to drop right as it goes down. Oh, and I didn't cancel. Man, I really need to get this this cancel down. I see a couple matches recently where I'm not canceling hatcheries that are under attack and clearly going to die. And that one was even in my screen. I really could have just sacrificed a little bit of activity, a little bit of action required. Oof, losing drones on a base that's not saturated anyway. And now he's going to go right to the high ground. How annoying. Let's see if I can mitigate this here. Get forces in the right two spots. And sure enough, he's going to drop right down below again. My stuff is not in the right place. Those need to stay on top. These need to come in. Yeah, that'll get it. He did a lot of delay in there, though. And my money is just really through the roof. I need to resaturate. Drones on gas. They're at that third. I think I'm missing one on the left geyser. That gas is probably going to become important. Wow, I spent that money very, very quickly. A couple Mutalisks nearly forgotten. I think they can pick off a few more workers. Or maybe be an annoyance elsewhere. Oh! He's splitting and posturing. I'm sure he's already got Widow Mines burrowed. I'm sure he means business here. But this is a perfect time to run into the back of his base and attack something that that he's going to have to go deal with. He's going to have to spend some attention on. Oh, Corruptors. That's where a lot of my money went. Now, do I have the money? Oh, I need to be doing it real soon. I don't know necessarily that I have the Greater Spire finished yet. I need to be really careful with my forces here. If I get a big pack of Zerglings up front and they take a Widowmine shot, I'll be in a lot of trouble. The Greater Spire just started. The Broodlords just started. Their cocoons are chilling, and he sees them. It's now or never, my guy. Broodlords are coming in. Oh, man, they're only halfway done. Oh, oh! Don't let him do it. Don't let him bait me into the Widowmines. I have to not die to Widowmines. I still need this ground force, even when the Broodlords come up. And I need other things, too. More than just this ground force, but the Broodlords are here. I've got a nice Corruptor count to protect them, too. That might be enough Marines to still contest the Broodlords. I need to be real careful about these Widowmines. I think a Widowmine can one-shot a Broodlord. Actually, no, I think it takes 2 shots. 2 Widowmines. A one-shot, that would be totally broken. That would be such an expensive loss. Oh my Doom Drop! Holy... I'm going to try to move my very quick ground forces up. And then it looks like I'm going to keep my Air Force pushing towards his base. Oh, and there the Widowmines are going off on my Corruptors. It is nasty. I lost a lot of health on 2 Corruptors, and all of them took a little bit of damage. He's just going to bounce around the bases. He's still got a lot of Marines in the mix. He didn't kill much there at my natural, but oh, my forces are running out. I did get some Marines, but I'm not sure. Oh, man. Oh, he's got another couple medevacs full of Marines. I've got nothing for it. It looks like I'm sending some drones down to one of these contingency bases. That's a little crazy. He's got more medevacs going up there. That seems like a base race contingency plan. He's picking me apart with these drops. These drops are annihilating me right now. And my Broodlords are even in disarray. They're not moving consistently. I just now finally have an Overseer with them and seemingly organized to where none of them are going to die needlessly to Widowmines. I really need to be doing damage with these this whole time, though. They need to be plowing through that base. They need to be doing big moves very quickly. Oh, there's Vikings in the mix. I'm not sure that my Corruptors are just going to automatically do what they need to be doing. Oh, see, they're getting attacked by some Marines. That needs to not happen. Oh, no. 2 Corruptors against 4 Vikings. He's already got the count on me. Oh, and the last Corruptor's going down. I know I've got to bail. My Broodlords are going to get picked off all the way back across the map. Those are Zerglings, and it looks like I can confirm he doesn't have a 4th base. I'm bouncing around the bottom right corner, and I'm setting at his only possible other 4th. So, you know, parts of my economy are in shambles, and my army is just not composed well right now at all. I don't have the proper anti-air, and some Corruptors would take forever. It looks like he's going to try to whip the 4th out. If I can stop this, we're not on all that different economic footing. Oh, this is ballsy. I do have a lot of Zergling upgrades, melee and carapace. And I did actually take it. So close, though. Oh, I've got nothing. The Queens are the only thing I have to defend against these Vikings. Queens would have been an awesome answer if I could have been pumping them from all my hatcheries. I've got a lot of hatcheries. It looks like I just saved the rest of my Broodlords, but oh man, I still just feel like I'm totally in shambles. I feel like I'm not at all holding stuff together well. Oh, Banelings. Oh, mostly getting wasted. Not good. He's going to scan that Zergling out too, and these Zerglings are not going to be quick enough to continue to delay the 4th. I don't fully have, I wouldn't even say 2 base saturation, especially now since my natural's running out. Oh, and there the army is. I do have some infestors in the mix, but I'm not sure that I've got enough. Big Viking count, dealing with my Broodlords fast and hard. And down I go. What a waste. Oh, man. So, complete my placement matches. I get place platinum. I fight against the platinum. Right off the bat, I lose. I think there were a couple different points where one slight difference could have kept my army together, and I feel like my army was more powerful than his at the end. Right here. This is where the Broodlords finished. This was Corruptors out, and then I think this was Broodlords morphing. This is Broodlords alive, and then I lost a lot real fast. I think if I could have dealt a little bit more swiftly with his Widowmines, and not taken Widowmine shots to my Corruptor count, then I would have had enough Corruptors to fend off his Vikings for longer. and put him in a lot more trouble, and maybe even had some time to get my base back in order. I also think if I would have dealt with the drops a little bit better, if I would have split mainly my banelings up, but had a couple lings with them as well, and just sent some to each mineral line, I think I could have avoided, I guess not workers active, let's look at resource collection rate, this. So I think actually this is where drops started, and it looks like for the most part he wasn't getting my economy real well, except for that very first little bit that he took out of my third, and then eventually he started moving around, and I just really didn't respond to the movement well, and I fell to pieces. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll have a couple wins for you, but if not, the losses shall flow. Every loss I learn a little bit more. Things to focus on. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.